Working with Sudarshan at his farm. We didn't do much farming work. We help him like building a vermicompost or stuff like that, helping him a bit. And the other part of the day we were working on the project. Mainly with our computer, writing courses for the trainings.
I was looking for a project linked to agriculture in any case, and Nepal was an opportunity that I found very attractive for discovering a new culture that is really different from France.
Maybe if the Nepalese government choose to give more money for the educational system, it will be a start. And after that, it's mainly offering opportunities. And
there I met Open Team co-founder, Joan Sanchante. She is now connected with our farmhouse, Aspire farmhouse, which established 7 years ago.
Right. नमस्ते
Namaste.
हामी अहिले फ्रान्सका युवाहरूसँग र हाम्रो नेपाली युवासँग सामान्य खालको युवाहरूको उद्यमीको बारेमा र आफ्नो विकास क्षेत्रको बारेमा चाहिँ छलफल गर्न गइरहेको छौँ। यहाँहरूलाई स्वागत छ। You are welcome to Juliette Brown and Luicinne and also Sudarshan here. And you are guys, both of you are from France. So how did you choose here Nepal to come here for the internship? Please.
Well, I was looking for a project linked to agriculture in any case, and Nepal was an opportunity that I found very attractive for discovering a new culture that is really different from France, and to face and to live new challenges that I never faced before.
And you also same
a bit the same actually. I had opportunities to go to the United States for an internship, but I didn't feel that it was something as interesting as coming to Nepal, which is a developing country, and I didn't had the opportunity to work with developing country before, and I was eager to learn a new culture.
Yes. Okay, that's great. And Mr. Sudarshan, how did you collaborate or coordination with our guys? You are from here, Nepal, and those are from France. Yes, please.
Thank you, Mr. Raju ji. First of all, when I participate COP21 COP Paris at 2016, there I met Open Team co-founder Joan Sanchante. She is now connected with our farmhouse, Aspire farmhouse, which established 7 years ago.
Right.
And we are doing organic farming for the climate, which are contributing the climate and working for environment. So now Open Team is collaborating scale of our project. And so Open Team is a collaborate with this new agro team.
Yes.
This is Luicinne and Juliette. So for they are here.
That's great. And Luicinne, especially there are a lot of guys in France. Those are already educated and also they are also active persons. So especially, what are the differences comparatively France youths and Nepal youths?
It's actually a difficult question because we were not related to youth, especially here.
Yeah.
But what would I say is that youth in Nepal are very eager to learn, to go at school, maybe more than in France. But what we have seen here is that in the rural Nepal, in which we were living for 4 months, everyone has not the same opportunities as maybe people have in France. It's, I think, a question also of opportunity, of money, to get to go and make studies. And this would be the big difference because the studies are cheaper in France.
Yeah.
But there is also difficulties for people who are not rich in France.
Yeah. And Juliette Brown, especially you have been from since 4 months, right?
Yeah.
So what did you learn here in this period?
But during these 4 months, I discovered the Nepalese culture, the Taru culture,
Yes.
all the organization of Nepal in terms of communities and lifestyle. It was something that I didn't know before coming here. So yeah, discovering Nepal in general,
Yeah.
and more about farming and the family farming that is way different than in France. So it was lots of new knowledge, very interesting knowledge
That's good.
during these 4 months.
Okay. Mr. Sudarshan, those guys are from France country. So France is already developed country, but Nepal is underdeveloped, is going to develop. So how the guys are easily adapted in Chaudhari area?
Yeah, I think it's depend on their mentality. When they want to come Nepal,
Yeah.
they already read about the Nepal, what is the geography, what is the situation, what is the environment, what is the climate, what is the obstacles, what is the problem we need to face. They already prepare their mentality.
Yes.
How I need to stay there, what I need to do there. Most of they have like a mentality development. I will go there. I need to do there like this work and these types of climate. I never stay and how to I adapt.
Yeah.
They have already mentality prepared, so they need to
Okay, that's
mentality.
good. Yeah, so already you are guys here. So especially, and you paid the time around 4 months in Chaudhari. What's the name of village?
Naya Basti Mahuli.
Naya Basti Mahuli. Yeah. So especially, what you did there in that village in this 4 month period? Yeah.
In terms of work, we were every day working with Sudarshan at his farm. We didn't do much farming work. We help him like building a vermicompost or stuff like that, helping him a bit. And the other part of the day, we were working on the project. So mainly with our computer, writing courses for the trainings. But in the village, we also like had contacts with the people who were very welcoming, and we tried to learn Nepali. Ali Ali.
Okay, and that in context of the France, there are everywhere available assets, air conditions, room, everywhere buses, but there is not available and assets in very odd places that Mauli. So did not get any kinds of hindrance, physically disease. Did you get any kinds of difficulties to stay there?
But it was mainly okay.
Yeah.
Concerning the heat, it was undoubtedly very hot compared to what we have in France. But we were lucky enough to have fans when it was unbearable. And in terms of other diseases, we were quite lucky. We didn't have too many things. And
That's good.
And Sudarshan and the villagers, our host, the lady who was welcoming us in her house, was also taking care of us every time we had a medical problem.
Okay, that's great. You guys proved that if the people willing to go everywhere or want to stay everywhere, then we can do that. It's right.
Yes.
So you did it.
By being careful,
Yes.
not going going in the bushes with shorts because of the snakes, for example. We had a snake problem, but being careful. We had a lot of medicines packed with us
That's
in
already
precaution.
Yes. Okay. And just for sharing, in the context of the Nepal, it's going to develop and going to new structure federal system. So we want to know all the guys, youth are going to apply for the job. So we think most of the parents said education system is very weak in Nepal. So we don't know what kinds of education are there in Europe countries and like this America. We don't know. So could you share about the France education system just normally? Yes, please.
Yes, so actually France and the United States systems are very different. What is in France is that until the high school included, school is free, so everyone, it's compulsive, so everyone has to go to school, je sais pas le dire bon mot. And it's free, so this is one point. And after high school, to go on to the university, it's very cheaper that comparative to Nepal, for instance, comparative to the rates of the money. So this is one point. And as for the system, I think that there is mainly public schools in France.
Yes.
There are a bit of private schools, it's true, but I think there is not so much difference of levels for the students between private and public.
Yes,
Whereas
right,
in Nepal,
that's-
we were told that the private schools were much better,
Yes, that is
and
common,
didn't the student didn't get the same chances by going to a public school.
Yes, that's right. So we some of our intellectual person and some of our visitor who person has already visited in Europe countries. Those people share to us. There are where the developed countries like as France, the people or a student only focus in one issue, not like as much Nepal. So if you see in the Nepal, all the youths are somewhere go to sing, sometimes go to political, sometimes go to everywhere. And so, do you have any idea about politics or not?
About politics?
France, yes.
Well, for my end personally, I have very little knowledge
Yeah.
about politics.
Yes.
Because I didn't specialize in this subject at all, and I must admit it's a bad thing not to know more about politics. But I've never been really interested in it. But I realized that it's an important topic, and on this side, maybe Nepal has a good organization of learning different things, or because we in France we specialize quite early in our studies. And we can focus on like biology or chemistry, for example, for all our life, and not do anything more. So diversity in courses can be really interesting,
Right.
I think.
Yes, and Miss Luicinne, especially most of the youth Nepalese want to go abroad, like as mainly Europe countries, American countries. They want to pay more than 30,000, 1,300,000 more than like this. They want to pay and go to take job like this. They want to go study for the abroad, but they are not interested to stay here in Nepal. So, any kind of suggestion do you have? How can we stay in our own country, and how can we develop our one country? Do you have any suggestion for Nepali youths?
But maybe it could begin with the school system, educational system.
Yes.
If the public educational system is going to be improved,
Yes. Right.
we didn't check ourselves, but we were told many times that
Right.
it was not a very good quality of teaching.
Right.
So maybe if the Nepalese government choose to take more money, give more money for the educational system, it will be a start. And after that, it's mainly offering opportunities, and this is difficult to say because there are companies.
Yeah.
So if there are companies, they need to stay in Nepal. And for the government, also administration, they have to be attractive also.
Okay,
to
all right.
give the-
And same question for you. Do you have any suggestion for the Nepali youths who most of youths are going to abroad, but it is necessary to stay in one country to develop one?
Yes, but we discussed about this with the young people in the village, because we were very surprised about all the ads in the villages about studying in Japan and Australia. It was
right.
really surprising.
Yes.
And they were telling us that they are going abroad mainly because there are no good job opportunities
Right.
in Nepal. So I don't know if there is a way to make big companies or even Nepalese companies come stay in the country, and because this is the main problem, is to have jobs, study, finish your studies, and then have a job and not be unemployed.
Right. And Mr. Sudarshan, those guys are from the France. So when they are working in your farming, at the time, what kinds of learnings did you learn from those guys?
Lots of learning.
Yes.
And like as we need to first need to make a plan, mostly like as when I start to work with the project with Open Team.
Yeah.
Because we are, I'm saying most of Nepalese farmer are family farmer,
Yes.
small farmer.
Yes.
They are not a big landlord and a big farmer.
Right.
They grow first their family.
Yes.
So I said them who are growing for their family, we make
Right.
them organic way.
Right.
And most of our farmer, they have not any record keeping. How much we have profit, how much gain and loss. Most of farmers are now losing. They have not income. So most of youths and farmers are not interested to do their farming. They are only for their food doing farming. Mostly they are rest of lifting, leaving the farms. So most of youths are interested to go to city or go to abroad. They are not getting income. So all people, all person want to like a luxurious life, easy work.
Right.
And most we are not keeping any records, so we need to start to keep record keeping, and we need to manage our opportunities and what is the possibilities.
Right.
What are the possibilities in our area and what we can grow and what is the problem we can how we face this. Most we have no study, no any research on the farming.
Right.
In the agriculture system, government also not investing in the research. And, what is the problem of the farmers and most of we are talking about the industry and like education. But in the farmer who are living in a bad situation, we never talk why have they have a bad situation.
Right.
So we need to discuss why youth are not interested in the farming. So we need to discuss on it and need to allocate the budgets and subsidies. Then the youth can come back there and other is we need to make a plan. Like as last we are not working in the plan basis, and then we just made with agro team we have a 5 years plan. What I need to change in 5 years in my farm.
Right. Yeah,
And that's make my farm profitable.
Yeah, right. Already
So,
plan is
yeah.
there.
Then we
That's
can plan
good.
and how we can achieve that goals. Like
Yeah,
is,
especially
no
many-
any farmers making the plants and how only
good.
as plantation. We are always only focus on the plantation,
Yes,
but
that's
not
good.
the focus on the plan. How to we
Okay.
achieve and see after 5 years what is my dream
Yes,
in the
that's
farm.
right.
What type of my farm I want to make.
Okay, that's
That
good.
is, yeah,
And Ms. Juliette, in your country, France, if some of the government bureaucracy or political leaders did any kinds of corruption, then what kinds of system are there to give punishment to the corrupt persons?
First of all, there is way less corruption in France than in
Right.
Nepal.
Right.
This is for sure.
Yes.
And there are systems and authorities that are here to check about corruption. But nowadays the usual pattern is that medias do research and then publicly announce the corruption system or money strange transfer, and it's set out on the public place. And after this big announcement, the authorities, the government will usually take action. So it comes from the media that are here and very important for this, to raise the
right.
problem, raise awareness about the
Yeah.
problems of
For the
corruption.
findings.
There was a recent one with one of our big politician who had to quit.
Yeah.
He had to quit his job because there was too
Right.
much pressure and the people saw the bad things he did. So yeah, starting from media and then justice administrations are here to control things.
Right. And actually, in this 4 month fair, yeah, you saw a lot of Nepali cultures, mostly Thai cultures. So, what is particularly differences the Nepali culture like as Thai indigenous peoples and France cultures? Yes.
I don't say that everything is different,
Yeah,
but
right.
there are many differences. Firstly, I think something that struck us is the difference of the place of women
Right.
in the culture, because the women in, for instance, in Thai culture, they seem to be either both powerful, but also like very dedicated to some tasks. And so some tasks are for men, some other tasks are for women. Women in the kitchen, in the field planting rice, for instance, and men working in the fields and doing other things, and
That's right.
also the separation, so between men and women, it is a very, very different thing. So apart from that, when we see in the village or anything, it's always bands of boys or bands of girls,
Right.
women.
Right.
And in France, maybe there still is this a bit of segregation between genders, but
Right.
mainly we work together.
Yeah,
We
so,
there is no
limitations.
limitations.
Yeah,
Men can cook.
Women can do.
Yeah.
Male also can do. They can also jointly everywhere.
Yes,
Yeah.
Also, there is not a limitation to do work something. That's right.
for work too. Also for work, like in the cities, maybe it's not as how do you say that?
So barrier.
Yeah, so much
Yeah. In the-
difference.
in the context of the Nepal, if the guy is male or boy, if he want to go everywhere, such as market, such as abroad, such as relatives' house, he can go every time, but there is limitation for the ladies. So
Yes.
there is any kinds of exception cases in France or not? Male also can.
Before it was like this.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
50 years ago it
Oh,
was
50.
A
Right.
bit, yeah. Yes.
yeah,
Right.
it was like this, but there has been a strong independence movement
Right.
from women, and now a girl can take the bus, go anywhere she wants. The wedding situation is totally different also
Yes.
between Nepal and France. There's no comparison possible. And so it was slow. It took time to have this gender almost equity, but it happened.
That's right.
Yes.
And in this period, how many countries you have already visited to study somewhere?
Actually, for me, it was the first time out of Europe.
Yeah.
So I visited countries in Europe, the United Kingdom,
Yeah.
Italy, etc.,
Understand.
Germany. But
a lot.
I didn't spend time much time abroad.
Okay. Do you have any suggestion for the Nepali youths from international knowledge? It is for good knowledge for the Nepali youths. So from your suggestion to do study, to do some work, good positive, do you have any suggestion for Nepali youths?
I would say that studies and going abroad sometimes is a good thing
Yes.
because you learn from different culture.
Yeah.
But this means that you have to spend time with the people that are from the other country.
Right.
Because you can go to another country and stay
Right.
in the university.
Yes.
But trying to know how the country works, and that makes you reflect about
Right. That's
your
good.
future, your life.
Okay, and we are going to finally closing. So, especially your support feedback for the Nepali foods to develop our countries. Yeah, your experiences to give us. Yes, from you.
What is your suggestion?
Yes, I mean.
To develop Nepal
Yes.
For the youth.
for youth.
Yeah, right.
But I think that, as Luicinne said, youth in Nepal, Nepali youth wants to develop, wants to
Right.
learn more. There are more and more tools like internet that seems to be developing in Nepal. Not everywhere, of course. Rural areas are still lacking this, but they need motivation, ambition, and help from the government,
Right.
like helping them going abroad, helping them studying new subjects.
Okay. that's
And
good.
ambition.
Okay,
This is the
right.
key.
Yes. Thank you, Juliette Brown and Luicinne and Mr. Sudarshan. Thank you for your time.
Thank
to-
you.
Thank
to
you very
coordinate
much.
each other and for the coming days. Okay, thank you. Yeah, this is Happy International Youth Day. It's coming in 12 August.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank
Nice
you.
to meet you. Thank you.